Shalom and welcome to this episode of Ask Aviel. My name is Aviel. You can ask me questions so that we can share, learn, and grow together. The way to enjoy meaningful relationships is to open up and expose our hearts. Unfortunately, sometimes this exposure leads to injury. We may fear appearing foolish for being over-invested in a relationship and then quietly recalibrate our expectations to define anew our role in the partnership. To love a person means inevitably to depend on them. It means giving them power over us. God has chosen to give us power over Him by loving us of His own free will. Thus, even God is vulnerable because He chooses to love. It is hard to understand the actions of another person. It is even harder to understand when the actions of someone close to us are hurtful. No matter what happens, we need to take each opportunity to decide who we are in spite of the reactions of others. We are the ones who determine that we can grow in love rather than shrink in response. I'd like to introduce this concept called Ahavat Khinam, baseless love. Love is a gift, and we have to expect nothing in return. What others do with that gift is entirely their choice. We have a choice in how we react, even if we didn't choose the situation. Love is a gift that is given to someone else. It is an act of our own will, and our willingness to love another does not depend on whether or not the other person ever acknowledges it or reciprocates. It is when those around us are at their worst that Yeshua demands us to be at our best. These circumstances actually present the best opportunity to demonstrate the unconditional love of Messiah. In any relationship, what we give of ourselves in the relationship cannot be recovered. If it is a living, thriving relationship, that part of ourselves continues to thrive. However, if that relationship dissolves, the part that we give of ourselves dies with the demise of that relationship. It is humanly difficult to have unconditional love for another. Love always comes with the expectation to be loved in return by the object of our affection. We still hope, we still desire, and envision that our love will be reciprocated. The gap between our expectations and reality is the chasm of disappointment. The greater our expectation, the more devastating our disappointment becomes when the truth hits us hard. To love is to be vulnerable. Love is the opening of the heart, the welcoming of one who is beloved. Loving another does not guarantee security, because authentic love is always a risk. Security lies only behind the walls of a closed heart. We either invite a relationship by opening ourselves up in love, or we can secure a guaranteed isolation by closing down our hearts. Contentment comes only from unconditional love. When we love conditionally, we have to keep deciding if the other party is worthy of our love or not. We can never let our guard down enough to be content. Why not decide, once and for all, to love unconditionally, once and for all, with Ahavat Khinam, and just be content with that? God gives us Ahavat Khinam, baseless love. God's love is without condition, without reason, without reservations, without restrictions. And this love is not determined or influenced by our responses, reactions, or behavior towards God. The good news is that it is undeserved, unearned, and completely free. Ahavat Khinam, or baseless love, is built on selflessness. It is a beautiful thing when someone puts the other person before self And this is exactly what God keeps doing for us. Because of this unconditional love, God gives us His very personal Hashgacha Partit, His providence, His detailed personal supervision in every step of our lives. Thank you for joining me. I pray that this message inspires and challenges you. God bless you and your family. Shalom.